Well, let's get actually into some deeper shit on that, Randy. I know you got some nice some ideas on the King James Bible. Shit with King James, man.
I knew we were going to be talking about demons and Lilith and shit this week, so I was looking up names of demons that were in the Bible. Like if there's any named demons, you know what I mean? Because that's the earliest way. I don't think Lilith was ever named.
I think once is what I saw, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
so
I found that they were referring to like that's who they thought it was, but I don't know if it was ever Lilith. It like translated one time to Lilith or something.
Yeah, it's always something weird.
But apparently he wrote the Book of Demonology. I didn't really know a lot about the Book of Demonology or anything, but earlier on, I guess I'm jumping around. Earlier on, I heard of the Geneva Bible, like the first ever Bible translated into English that was known of, before the King James Version, before all of that shit. And it was 6 years before King James was born that they wrote.
That was the first translation?
Yeah. Before that, this other dude, like 15 years before that, tried to translate the Bible to English, and he got executed for it. Like 14 years before the Geneva Bible.
I wonder why.
Yeah, they have like contradicting views on the Bible.
Yeah.
And obviously one thinks that King James believed that that Bible version had things that were untrue in it. That's what his opinion.
Yeah, I've heard that
he wrote the Book of Demonology.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
What's up with that, bro?
And the Book of Demonology covers everything from witchcraft to necromancy to astrology to all of
the
that
stuff
shit.
that they don't want you to
like
see.
conjuring demons and like deals with the devil and all that shit. King James put that book together himself. Wow, and I seen the name on it, and I'm like, well, is that the same dude that wrote the Bible? Because it said King James 6 and King James 1. They're the same people. He was King James 6 of England and King James 1 of Scotland. So it kind of got confusing. I'm like, are these two different people? And the more I looked at it, I'm like, this is absolutely crazy. He believed, like, what was it, 14 years before he wrote, or before he published his version of the King James, and outlawed the Geneva Bible entirely from being published. He outlawed it. They took 8 books out of it. One of the books was Enoch, talking about all the Nephilim and all the supernatural shit. And this man, 14 years prior, wrote the Book of Demonology, explaining how to fight demons and track witches. It doesn't make any sense.
He took it all out of the canon of the Bible. Like the Bible we all read today is the King James Bible. Right?
Yeah, he doesn't want anyone to have that information.
Why?
On how to, stop demons.
Yeah. And they say that's why he wrote the book. So at first I was like, wow, this is just some crazy shit. Oh, yeah, and King James is a Freemason. Before he became...
33rd degree.
Yeah, before he became king of Scotland. He was sworn in to be a Freemason in Scotland, and then he became king of England. And they, like, combined the two together. And he pretty much just pushed all of his shit through. And everyone's like, well, he made demonology to teach you guys how to fight against... like the other worldly.
So why do you take it out of the Bible?
Yeah, it doesn't add up. Like 1 + 1 isn't 3. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, there's obviously a whole nother step that got skipped, huh? Just like
something isn't adding up.
Somebody got to him. Something got to him.
And the other people are like, the reason he wrote, or he didn't write it, he like compiled it and like edited the Bible. Like he didn't write it, you know what I mean? But it's his version of the Bible. And they said the reason, like God talked to him and said that he had to be the first one to translate it into English. It's literally the Geneva Bible, except he took shit out of it and changed a little bit of stuff. So he didn't really. It was already translated into English, so it's bullshit right off the get go. Because,
and if you just find out what he took out, you could probably see a little bit into why he took it out, maybe.
Yeah.
More than likely.
But then it really gets me scratching my head because it's all the supernatural shit, all about the fallen angels, all about like this crazy stuff,
just magic and shit.
Yeah,
right?
just magic and shit. And
stuff
he took
that
it out.
People don't believe in.
Well, they don't want people to believe it.
Yeah, they don't want anyone to believe in it. It's all
but
fake,
he believes in it. He was part of the witch trials.
It's not fake. It's just what they want.
Yeah.
He was part of like hunting witches and shit. There's like the Berwick.
I bet you there are some like crazy people, but I bet you he was hunting down like other like Christians.
Yeah, he went. He went hard. It was just a whole religious thing. Like he was just persecuting everybody. This one lady was a witch or whatever. She was using herbs to like heal people and do things. You know what I mean? And
just like natural shit.
Yeah,
fuck that, dude.
Yeah, just using the herb. That's pagan or whatever. And
that's what you should be doing.
She went and had a jury of her peers, and they
big pharma back in the day.
She was innocent. She was like proven not a witch or whatever. They like voted she wasn't a witch or however the fuck it worked back in the 1500s. And then he was like, no, fuck that shit. And he went and had her executed and like supervised it, even though she already.
But you can't heal yourself. Come on now.
Yeah.
No, you got to come to big pharma in 1500s, dude. We got to put some leeches on you. We got to leech you.
The only way to get rid of your disease is to take these leeches, you know?
If that doesn't work, you could just destroy her with stones.
Yeah.
No, just throw her in the river.
That works too.
Yes,
Burn her
sir.
at the
Francis
stake.
Bacon edited the King James Bible. All these Freemasons who are known to do like satanic shit.
Yeah, they just decide what goes in and what comes out.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, right?
And then they just lie about it. And you can look it up. The Geneva Bible was published well before the King James Version. What was the year?
Hey, we wrote down a couple of years before we started.
King James was born June 19th, 1566.
Okay.
The Geneva Bible was out 1560.
So 6 years before he was
even
born, the first Geneva Bible was published.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the first known.
We should have looked up when he started to ban it. Probably when he came out with the King James Bible.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did he come out with the King James Bible?
Well, he wrote Demonology.
Oh, yeah.
Or didn't write it. It was like a compilation of other things, you know what I mean? But
Right.
he influenced it, and he did write shit in it. It was 1597, 37 years after the Geneva Bible,
So
and when he was 31 years old.
31, okay.
And then the King James Version, he started to get published in 1611, which would have made him 45 years old, 14 years later. So the timeline is the Geneva Bible before he was born, and then they're trying to take it and say, oh, God told me to write the first ever Bible in English, or translate the first ever Bible. It's already been translated. He just took it from them, and they have marginal, what were they called?
Oh, the margins where they talk shit to him or whatever.
Yeah, he hated that shit.
In the Geneva Bible,
Mhm.
right?
Is that the reason why he took
It was like
out?
community notes for the Bible, pretty much.
Yeah, I
was
think
like
that's where Elon got it from,
He
dude.
left the comments. He's like, I'm done with this shit.
It's literally like if Randy finds that one, it's so funny.
It's
What
like,
would
no
they
more
say about him?
comments,
I think you
bitches.
even wrote it down, didn't you? What they said about him in the one community note thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit was funny, man.
So he had a quote too, and he was a king. He believed so strongly in the king's like bloodline and shit back then. And if you don't look too far, like into like the mother and father, and like
A couple generations back, basically.
yeah, it's like straight Satan, like satanic worship.
I mean, now when you really go into world leaders, even like I feel like our presidents are kind of all tied in together in a way too.
Yeah, I've seen that
All this
before.
Freemason shit. Dude.
Yeah.
There's even clubs that we don't
Skull
even
and
know
Bones,
about.
too. Skull and Bones.
Guaranteed, there's shit we don't even know about too. That like just the top of the top are fucking.
George
Like
Bush
if you have like the weird dream
A lot
that
of
you want to
people
be
are. A lot of
president,
politicians
like as
are.
a kid, that's not true. You cannot be president. I don't believe anyone could just become president.
You know what else you can't be? An astronaut. Just saying. Space is fake and gay.
Yeah, so it was a big like fight that they had going back and forth with King James about the Geneva Bible and his, and it was Geneva Bible because of Switzerland, like it's from Geneva, Switzerland or whatever. But in Exodus 1:22, in the marginal notes, it says, "When tyrants cannot prevail by craft, they burst forth into open rage," like just kind of mocking King James and shit. And he like was openly mad about it. He hated the marginal notes in the Bible. Like, imagine you're a king. And all these peasants are like, you know, on X, you can put
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Imagine how easy it would be to troll.
Oh, yeah,
back
they
in the
did.
day.
Back. This is like 1560s trolls, dude. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
just
to
write
look
down
into.
something like, dude sucks. Sorry.
They write it in the sand.
Damn, that's kind
Back
of
in the day, we had to actually like write notes. You're like, yeah, this dude sucks.
It's weird when you look into any history, you just realize everything is fake and gay.